to stay organized. And one way to stay really organized is with this set of 2 shoe go round pinwheels with 12 pocket organization happening. So what you're looking at is one pinwheel has 12 different slots, but you're getting 2 of them. So you have 24 openings of storage to play with for under $20. That's right, this is item number V35983, a clearance price of $19.98. The original QVC price on this was $37. You're saving $17 with 3 easy pays of $666. Now I'm gonna show you how these work. So I've got one that's full with all of these shoes. Heels, flats, and tennis shoes, my goodness. And then one that's totally empty. I'm gonna take you through colors here. Wait, I think we only have it in this color, right? We just have it in this sea glass color. We have sold out of the 7 other colors that this came in. Wow, we have actually sold over 60,000 of these. So this clearance price in this color is definitely going to go fast really soon. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. I don't know which one to show, the full one. Let's show the full one first. All right, I'm just going to balance that on me here. Let's open this up and take a look at all of these different shoes. So you have a 360-degree zipper and all of these little compartments to put your shoes in. And what's so lovely is that any other kind of sort of shoe storage moment that you have seen out there, your shoes, well, these are clean. Pretend that they were dirty. You're gonna end up getting all of your shoes dirty with them like sort of stepping on each other. And then what's the point of storing them if they're just gonna get even more dirty by touching each other? I mean, there's so many different perks to these shoe go rounds. I'm gonna bring in our guest, Erica Swineford, who's gonna tell us all about these and what we can do with these. Welcome to the show, Erica.
Thanks so much, Steve. It's great to be with you tonight. And yes, this is my favorite storage secret. And the reason I call it a secret is because right now you probably can't really see it too much, except you see maybe a little tiny bit of sea glass. But it's a storage secret in my home because you can put these under any bed in your home, and then you're maximizing that empty space. So if I ask most people, would you want a bigger closet? If I could give you a bigger closet, would you take one? Most of us would be like, yes. Me. But for most of us, that's not a reality. But with Shoe Go Round, you can actually clear out some of your closet, use that space underneath your bed, which is usually filled with loose clutter or maybe dust bunnies, and use it to the best of your ability with Shoe Go Round because these are flexible fabric. They're only about 5.5 inches high, so they fit under even the lowest bed. So I have a sleigh bed here, and you can see these go right under with no problem. And now I can store my shoes, my bathing suits, my handbags, my purses, my hats, mittens, scarves, gloves, and even kids' toys. And not just for your bed, but think about literally every bed in your home. So if you have a guest bed, if you have kids' beds, if you have bunk beds, you can store 2 under a twin bed, and you can store really two two full sets under a full queen or king size bed.
I love that you just said your shoes and your swimsuits. I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, summer is on its way out the door. I know. I'm a little bit in denial myself.
Right.
But seasonal shoes, and if let's say you put your flip-flops, your wedges, all of those seasonal shoes that you're probably not going to be wearing going into like the fall months, you can also put in your bathing suits and whatnot, and then you could just call this your summer shoe go round, and then you know exactly where everything is, and hopefully you'll be taking that warm vacation in these cold months, so then you can just pull out your summer shoe go round. It's a really smart way to store things, and the fact that they're it's fabric, so like there's a lot of give. I love that.
Right. It's nice, flexible fabric, and I always like to call these, Steve, like pizza pockets. So because it's a circle, so each kind of triangle is kind of shaped like a pie slice or a piece of pizza, depending if you like your sweet or savory foods. But it allows you to separate each and every pair of shoes, like you said, to protect them. So rather than throwing them in one of those big plastic totes that a lot of times we often do, if in the summer we throw our winter shoes in a tote and then we swap them out, where they're getting scuffed and dirty, this protects each and every pair of shoes. So I have literally 12 full-size pairs of shoes. Now, I always like to tell people, I have higher heels and higher wedges. If you have, knee-high boots, those aren't going to fit in here. But just about every other size of shoe will, because of those flexible fabric dividers. And then you just simply load it up. You zip that zipper so you're protecting them from dust. It's clear so you can get the exact pair of shoes you want for the exact kind of event or occasion you're going to. And then when you're finished, you just slide it right back under your bed, and no one is any the wiser. Nobody can see it, and you're maximizing that empty space.
Oh, that is so, so great. And again,
Yeah.
the bottoms of your shoes are so dirty. And let's be honest, we're not cleaning the bottoms of our shoes, but we're making sure that they're staying nice and clean and neat. And the fact
Right.
that you have so many different compartments to put your shoes, I mean, the last thing you want is to have like a fabulous pair of heels like these. Yours might not have fuzzy balls on them, but like the bottom of your heel is going to scrape up against these. And then it's just not, it's not fun to do that. But you have that security
Right.
with all of these. Now, we have less than 150 sets of these going. Now less than 120. These are going oh so fast. Now, not just for shoes or swimsuits. You could put these in your kids' room. Show them how
Yes.
to organize, right?
Absolutely. So I have swimsuits here, hats, mittens, scarves, gloves. If you want to keep your kids organized, they're great for kids because kids then can have their own kind of place to store everything. I have 6 kids, so I have a lot of kids, and they
Oh my
all
goodness.
like, their own stuff. Like they want it to be their own stuff. They don't want to share it, right?
Yeah,
Like they
no,
want,
no.
they want their own kind of ownership of it. And so these are great. They all have storage under their beds because they like to have their little special things stored right where they can get them. And this is just a great way to get kids organized as well. Or if you have grandkids that come over on the weekends or you babysit, it's a great way to store those extra little dolls or cars or building blocks because you can slide it right under the guest bed, and you're just maximizing that space that otherwise would be going to waste.
I love it. I love it. And you just brought up a really great point. My nephew Kason has so many different little baseball hats. And this would be
Perfect.
a really fun way
Yeah.
for him to display his hats. And then he could pull this out really easy. And so that he's got a little compartment for each one of his hats. And he definitely has 12 hats that he could probably
Right.
fill in here. But that would be a really cute, interesting way. And you could like secretly be teaching your kids how to organize in a fun, colorful way too. And
Right.
what we're talking about here, the 2 handles. 2 handles, so you can just slide that under the bed and then just pull it right out. It's super convenient. I love that.
It is. And we always let people know, if maybe if you don't want to put it under your bed, you can certainly stack these on a shelf in your basement or garage or, in your closet, but they really do work so well underneath the bed at just maximizing that space. And they are all fabric. And that is for a reason, because a lot of times when you go to the store, you find those kind of rigid boxes that have cardboard in them, but they don't fit under every bed. If you have kids going off to college, to a dorm, you'll find that those low profile beds, you're going to have a hard time fitting a lot of the storage kind of under bed units under, but these fit under just about every bed, again, because they're just made of flexible fabric. So you can kind of squish them under there, if you will, and they fit under every bed we have in our house.
I love that you just brought that up. You're absolutely right. Any kind of storage moment that you're sort of purchasing is very hard. And then you put this under and then you're just slamming things up against it. You're not able to maximize your space. In this
Right.
way, you're able to keep that nice and squishable. And it's very, very easy because it's cloth, and those protective little slots inside are keeping whatever's in each individual slot nice and safe. How many more do we have? Oh my goodness, we only have 3 dozen left. People are really loving this. This is amazing. I love that. That's so fun. And as we're moving into our holiday months, think about storing some of those holiday decorations too. That would be a really great way, right?
You certainly could do that. And I always tell the story. One year, the first time it snowed that year, I literally could find 1 glove. For 6 kids, I could only find 1 glove. I didn't know where they were. And so this is a great way to keep those hats, mittens, scarves, and gloves, because when you have that first snow and your kids want to go sledding, You need to be prepared.
Definitely. Oh, that is such
Yeah.
a great idea. Of course, you could put your hats, mittens, gloves, scarves, your ski gloves, your ski goggles. You could then
Right.
have your summer go round and your winter go round.
Yeah, that's great. Yes, I love it. Summer might be my favorite.
Yeah, same. I'm right there with you, definitely. I definitely don't want to put my flip-flops away just quite yet, that's for
Right.
sure. That is so funny. Oh, this is so much fun and such a really great way to stay organized, to stay neat, to stay tidy,
Yeah.
and most of all, to take care of those things that you've paid so much money for. Erica, this was so much fun. Thank you for joining. Oh, we've sold out.
Oh, yay! Thank you so much. Enjoy them.
Erica, this is the first time I've sold any